Alright, next up in the workshop, Giga-Robo. More giant robots. Hey guys, welcome back to the paint pit with your old pal Paint Slinger. How y'all doing today? Keeping safe out there? Wearing your masks when you go out and all that kind of jazz? Alright, so we're continuing to work on this fella right here, Giga-Robo. Well, no, sorry, Shinōkami is the name of the fella, but he's from the game Giga-Robo. Let's get this straight right away. So we're just going to kind of continue to work on them, and we're going to see where it gets from there. What do you say? Alright. Now, you're going to see me looking off screen a little bit here. It's because I have the color palette that I need to do right over here. We're going to tidy up the old paint pit a little bit before we start. And by tidy up, I mean push the paints out of the way. Okay. Well, let's start with some of the stuff that I wanted to do. Now, I know that it's got a bunch of gray on them, but I'm also going to do a bunch of some silver on them, because that's just how I roll. Well, how's everybody out there today? Like I said, keeping safe, wearing your masks, staying home, all that kind of jazz. I mean, it's nice to see that some places, some places are beginning to do their opening up. But it's going to be a whole new world for us for a while. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just hitting a few of the joints with silver, where you actually see some of the actual mechanics. Because one, I think it's a little bit more realistic. And again, giant robot, I don't know really how realistic that is, but whatever. But I thought it would be a clever idea. So, that's what I'm going to do. Say it with me, folks. Alright? These are your miniatures. You can paint them however you want. And I think that having some of the silver right where the joints are actually kind of clever. Yeah. See? Always do that to you guys. And I'm so sorry. Again, trying to, you know, figure everything out. I know I pull the miniatures up and out of frame for it on you. Don't do it on purpose. I want you to see what I'm doing, see how I'm painting, see what I'm painting. Because I mean that's why you guys tune in, right? Not only to see the coolest and some of the coolest and new miniatures from board games that we get to look at, you know, but you also get a chance to maybe catch a few ideas and a few different ways of painting, slapping the old paint down on these miniatures. Huh. There we go. That's it for now. There's probably going to be more silver that I'll add later on, but for now, we're good. Alright. See, Giga-Robo is just patiently waiting in the wings. Well, sorry. Shinōkami, I should say. It's waiting, patiently waiting in the wings over here. He's like, feed me more, feed me more. Yeah. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Now we're going to start into some of the yellow. You know, which we could do as gold, but I'm not. I'm going to do it as yellow. Because why not? Oh, sorry guys. Just to tell you, I'm using Averland Sunset as my base. I'll probably brighten it up a little bit from there. Now yellows are kind of a funny creature. I mean, these aren't bad, but yellows have a tendency to not be to go over black very well. That might take you a little bit to get her going. And if that's the case, that's the case. Just do nice thin coats as you go. Just build it up. Let it dry. Build it up. Let it dry. Build it up. Almost be a, Like a mantra kind of thing. Build it up, let it dry. Build it up, let it dry. And if you need to, go on and do another section before you come back to the section that you already painted. No big deal. As always, keep all of your other colors handy in case you overpaint or find pieces that you've missed. You also have to find grays that'll work good for this guy. Now, I don't have them on a handle right now because my handle is being used for another project, and unfortunately I only have one handle. So, you know, do what you gotta do. Normally I would have him on the handle to minimize how much I'm actually touching the miniature. You know, for the moment. Probably touched a lot more once he's finished and actually on the field for play. But, you know, for right now, it's kind of okay. Alright. So what I'm kind of doing with Shinōkami, anyway, so I'm just getting some of the base colors down. And we'll probably brighten up this yellow a little bit. And again, it will be done in the same way. It'll just be very timely building up layers. But it will be worth it. Trust me. And you can just get to kind of see, you know, your project starting to come together, starting to look amazing. So it's kind of a nice feeling watching your projects come together and knowing how much work you've put into it. Oh, good, guys. And I do apologize for the moments of silence. I know I'm not necessarily talking to you guys the whole time. I know sometimes it's a little quiet, and that's okay. So you can kind of see, starting to put the yellow. Now the Averland Sunset is basically a base yellow, so it's a little bit more heavily pigmented. It's it's meant to help go over black. But even with that, it still takes a little bit. You still have to build it up. And then from here you can go to a brighter yellow and make it look more gold. Or if you want, you can actually use a gold color if that's what you feel like. I'm staying within the realms of how they've actually painted them out. Just so you guys can, see that you can, even if you want to, you can you can follow a paint scheme, or you can make up your own. Choice is all yours. So I'm kind of doing a mix here. I can't necessarily see every last piece that they've done because, shadows and so forth in their pictures. So I got to extrapolate and just kind of figure out what what they were doing, what they meant, and kind of add my own flair. Of course, when I get to the grays, there's most likely going to be overpaint. And as much as that'll bug me, I'll Maybe go back in with pretty much any color I need to. And fix it! Because that's what you can do. You can fix it! Fix it, fix it! Now, miniature painting is a nice, relaxing pastime, especially if you can get out of your own head about it necessarily looking absolutely perfect. Now, if you're if you're entering a painting contest, well, that's a whole different kettle of fish right there. It's something entirely different, which the paint slinger has done. I have entered a few painting contests in my day. I'll probably still enter a few more. And they've been good. They have placed quite well. I'm actually quite happy. But there's always room for improvement. Maybe you try a new highlighting technique. Maybe you try a different kind of wash. Maybe you take your skills, you take what you got, you take what you know, and you just add to it. Just keep learning, keep going. I mean, I do okay right now, right here, but there's always stuff to learn. Always new techniques. Always new everything. Like just because because your miniatures look good or maybe even look great. Maybe you want to give a hand at give a try at freehanding. That's something that I don't do. Not that I haven't wanted to try, but or not that I haven't wanted to try, I should say. But just haven't kind of found the right project yet that I want to give it a go. I see people out there who do freehanding on their miniatures, and my goodness, it looks fan-freaking-tastic. And I give those guys all the kudos in the world, because that stuff is amazing. And it makes me want to, it makes me want to do it. It makes me want to try it, give it a go. But so I just haven't found quite the right project to give it a whirl. And that's okay. There'll be a day. There will come a time. And when that time comes, when that project comes along, hopefully I'll do okay. And if I don't, well, that's only one project. More will hopefully come along, and hopefully I'll try again. It's looking pretty mighty already. Sometimes getting into weird little places are kind of a gymnastics of brushwork. But it's enough determination and stuff, you can usually figure it out, get where you gotta be. Well, we're getting close to our time for the day. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, clean up a little bit, get our stuff all ready to put away, and you can kind of see that Giga-Robo is, Shinōkami is coming along slowly, but he's coming along. Starting to look pretty good. There we go. Okay. Well, boys and girls, fellow slingers, I still hope that, again, like I said at the beginning and kind of throughout the broadcast, I hope everybody's staying safe out there. I hope you're wearing your masks when you have to go out, if you need to go out. If not, stay home. I know things are opening up, and that's great. Maybe we can finally get out there and get our, get our geek on if we need to. Yeah, until then, paint safe, and we'll see you in the workshop.